last week we covered a really sus situation on the Reddit subreddit HorusGalaxy, where a bunch of based Warhammer 40K fans who were the moderators over there got purged by main Reddit in what was a weird situation. And now it appears like there's a coordinated campaign with Reddit employees to destroy the anti-woke Warhammer 40K movement, and this is getting pretty deep right here. Wild stuff. Let's get into this news in just a moment. They really, really don't like the heresy, do they, friends? Please hit the like and subscribe button as we talk about all things Warhammer 40K and science fiction. I'm a science fiction writer myself. If you like the Black Library stuff, if you like some good science fiction right here, I urge you to check out my space crusading novels, Justified, Saga of the Nano Templar. I've got a 3-book trilogy. I always say 3-book trilogy, and a trilogy is always 3 books, right? I don't know. I got used to saying it. Now I can't unsay it. It's funny. But you'll really enjoy this. I think it's an action-packed spacefaring adventure. It's in the description below. Thank you guys so much for supporting our books, being great readers. Really appreciate you out there. It's available on ebook, print, and audio for your convenience. And thank you again for supporting us and supporting our alternative to the media, what's going on right here, because we need to build something new. We really do. Now, a self-described pansexual Reddit user admitted he engaged in a coordinated campaign with Reddit staff to destroy the anti-woke Warhammer 40K subreddit HorusGalaxy. This is pretty wild right here. We reported about this before, showing that the subreddit was a target of coordinated campaign to destroy the community. The subreddit's creator and one of its former moderators, the High Lord is here, had reported at the beginning of April that Reddit had removed a moderator for continued violation of Rule 3, which is Reddit admins have banned another one of our moderators for an arbitrary reason. Yet this is another example of how they seem to be looking for any excuse to target this subreddit just because we don't conform to the approved way of thinking. It's clear that the goalposts keep moving, and we've done our best to follow the rules and conform as much as possible. Doesn't seem to matter. They will find a way to come after us. And I gotta say, guys, you're on Reddit. Yeah. I mean, that's your problem, guys. I never even once, never ever once Reddit, my friends. That is the pure moral of the story right here. But the rule that they're allegedly violating is about, ban evasion and things like that. Very, very weird stuff, and it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And all of these terms of service and all these codes of conduct and the like that these companies implement are always nebulous intentionally, so they can remove whoever they want, and they don't remove whoever they don't want. That's exactly what they do with these sorts of things all the time. Once you have one of those in place, it's always a destructive thing. So 2 weeks later, he reported he had been removed as a moderator because of an alleged violation of Moderator Code of Conduct Rule 1. He said, well, it happened. I don't even use Reddit or comment or anything, but still got removed. Sorry to say, guys, I think the sub will be taken down soon. I advise everyone to join the Discord just in case this site sucks. Now, Discord is a little better than Reddit. I actually have a Discord. If you guys want to join our community, it's in the description below. We have a lot of good Warhammer 40K fans, a lot of science fiction fans, comic fans, all sorts of stuff, of course. And we love having you here, especially if you're based. If you're not based, go elsewhere because I don't want you around. but we have done pretty well on there, and despite there's some shaky things going on over there all the time, it seems to be okay with a nice community as long as you just don't say certain gamer words and the like. You seem to be in a decent spot. Little different than Reddit on there, as they don't actively monitor everything you got going on. Now, at the beginning of May, Mirage of the Emperor revealed that he had a number of new moderators also removed without any explanation whatsoever. Here's the full list. Crazy stuff right here. And it gets even crazier. Alternate 40K Rules, who had been a moderator for almost a year, was also removed, and a post on the subreddit notes he was removed but does not give a reason. So now they don't even bother giving reasons. They're not about the code of conduct or anything. It's getting worse. It's that I have altered the deal. Pray I do not alter it further is what's going on right here. And they just want you to be silent because they don't want you to be able to call out the things like the female Adeptus Custodes, which was terrible last year. And they're still maintaining, which is very, very bizarre, despite protests out there. And, of course, the lies to fans that Games Workshops did on that level. They don't want you to be able to talk about all the weird pronoun crap that's going on in a lot of the Age of Sigmar Black Library stuff that's happening over the last few years. They don't want you to notice that they had a Stormcast Eternal become a they/them pronoun person. Yes, they actually made a miniature model and advertised it with that, and a lot of people just did not see it. This is what they want to try to silence as dissent, because this is the thing that Games Workshop knows that it's very, very bad, of course, for them to have this kind of information out there, to have people that are fighting against it, and they want to silence you. We've actually had the channel here hit by Games Workshop over reporting on things last year. They tried to strike us with a copyright strike just for talking about one of their games. I mean, it's so ridiculous how these people act all the time, and they're so anti-competitive, and they're so trying to control the narrative, and this is another step towards this. And now, what you'll see is not only is Games Workshop doing this, but there's like a woke Warhammer 40K community. You see them pop up all the time. There's a bunch of clout goblins out there. Kaya, the Norn, shout out for watching the channel, Kaya, because I know you do. Often, just rants about me on X behind a block. Very funny stuff right there. So you see that kind of thing happening a lot, and what's happening is they're coordinating on Discords to do these little gay ops, because that's all you can really call it. And this is exactly what's happening right now. And so we're seeing this as we now have information on what's going on. Is a post that's been written right here. A user wrote, "I was originally put into HorusGalaxy as a plant to gather information to be used to destroy the subreddit and Discord." Do you see how much time they put into this stuff? Imagine if they put this much time into painting their miniatures, or reading the books, or just enjoying the game, or just making their own science fiction. I mean, they might be a lot happier of people. But this is what they do. They're miserable people themselves, the SJWs. They hate everything. They're angry all the time. They want to destroy everything you love, and that's why they sweep into these hobbies. Get in there, try to shriek racist at everybody, try to shriek bigot at everybody, and then they want to bring you down, and they want you to be silenced and not be able to talk about it. That way you're going to be miserable like them, and it makes them feel better about themselves temporarily. That's exactly what we have here. This was a targeted effort that included the actions of Reddit admins and mods of other left-leaning Warhammer subs, such as Grimdank and Sigmarxism. "I regret ever being part of this," the user said, taking this from someone who was once under the belief that HorusGalaxy was nothing but a cesspit. "I was wrong. They have good people. A handful of bad actors have tarnished that image. I only regret not coming out and admitting this earlier, because I now lost people who I had hoped to call friends." He went on to reveal some of the tactics used on the subreddit. He says, "Many of the brigading attempts on HorusGalaxy have used fake and altered screenshots to remove context from conversations in hopes that the mod's being removed so a new team could take over. I will never be forgiven by my friends who I betrayed, and I'm sorry for deceiving you." Wow. Pretty wild stuff right here, that this was a coordinated attempt. And of course, this is what they do every time. SJWs always lie. SJWs always lie. I got to repeat that over and over and over again, because people don't get it. You can never just talk with these people. You can never just expect them to do the right thing. They're always going to go out here, and the reason they'll do it is for clout. It is that stupid. They want to be accepted in their little communities, so they figure if they can attack you, if they can personally malign you, if they can destroy you, deplatform you, wreck your time or whatever, they're going to get some head pats from people on the other side, and that makes them feel good about themselves. It's really that sick, and it's just really such a relationship where these people need some sort of social validation to the point where it's really, really gay. That's the only way you can describe it when you see this kind of thing. And so, yes, this kind of op goes on all the time. People come in. We had a bunch of people over the weekend actually hit our Discord server trying to just mess with us. It happens, and of course, talking about it means that more is going to happen. So that's why you don't like to give it a lot of attention. But the thing is, these people do this all the time in every single space, and they just want to wreck your space, and that is the entire intention of things. So I'm glad HorusGalaxy, they've mostly moved to Discord, so I would recommend going and finding that if you want some good Warhammer 40K discussion. We've got our own as well, and this is an interesting development on this that just goes to show how far these people are willing to go, and really how little of lives they have, and how much they don't even care about their own hobbies, because why aren't they just spending their time on the hobby itself rather than doing these kind of things? Makes you think, doesn't it? It definitely does. And these are all fake fans, and they always have been. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button, my friends. Do check out my excellent science fiction. You're going to love this, guys. Justified Saga of the Nano Templar in the description below. Really appreciate everybody who reads on ebook, print, and audio. Grab the full trilogy today, and thank you for supporting our work.